I'm joined now by Juan Carlos Hidalgo in our Washington studio. He's a policy analyst on Latin America for the Center for Global Liberty and Prosperity at the CATO Institute, a think tank here in Washington. Welcome to our program, Juan Carlos.
Thank you.
So how significant do you think this move is, this diplomatic relations between the Dominican Republic and China, and why now?
Well, the DR is the second largest economy in the Caribbean, and we already have seen a trend, basically in the Americas, of more countries breaking ties with Taiwan and recognizing China as Beijing as China. We saw it with Costa Rica in 2007, if I remember well, Panama just a few years ago, and now the DR. There was a truce between Taiwan. Let's remember there was a truce between Taiwan and China during the Kuomintang government, but that truce is over, and now there is a race for picking up the remaining countries, the few remaining countries that still recognize Taiwan as the only China.
So do you think this is a start of something new here? Will more countries in the region, some 20 I believe, 19 or 20, still have diplomatic ties with Taiwan? Do you expect more of those countries to slowly cut those ties and go to China?
Slowly or rapidly? I mean, I'm actually surprised that the pace is taking a while, because let's face it, China is the second largest economy in the world. 1 out of 5 people on earth are Chinese. I mean, this is a recognition of the world we live in. And many of these countries, of course, have ties with Taiwan because they depend or they receive heavy handouts from Taiwan, aid particularly. So they feel grateful to Taipei in that regard. But the benefits, the economic benefits of recognizing China are enormous. And
wouldn't Haiti have huge economic benefits if Haiti as well turned towards China? And do you expect that to happen as well, which is the other side of the Dominican Republic?
Indeed, indeed. And I understand that Beijing was the one putting the brakes on other countries because in Nicaragua and Central American countries like Honduras, they're eager to break ties with Taiwan and recognize China. And it's been Beijing the one putting the brakes on this. Now that the relation between Taiwan and China is not that good, I think that we're going to see an acceleration of this trend.
So economically, what does this mean for the Dominican Republic?
Well, it's interesting because if you look at the numbers, China is the second largest commercial partner of Dominican Republic when it comes to imports. After the United States, the DR imports more products from China. It's the second largest trading product. But when it comes to exports, China comes like 8th. So the DR imports 10 times as much of what it exports to China. So there is a huge room for improvement for the DR when it comes to exploring the market of China. We're talking 1.3 billion people.
And of course, there are ramifications for Taiwan politically as well as economically, Juan Carlos.
I think this is irreversible. I think that the Taiwanese authorities have to face the reality that as China grows more powerful economically and politically and militarily, more countries are going to have to face the reality that China, the government in Beijing, is the one that represents the interests of the Chinese people.
Juan Carlos Hidalgo, thank you so much.